Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second game of our doubleheader as the Voorhees Tigers take on the Carolina University Bruins. I'm Clarence Jones, being joined by my student here this afternoon, Kaya Jarvis, and we think we have a great matchup here between two teams equal in the record books. Both teams 12 and 12, although the Bruins very good at home, 9 and 2, but on the road only 3 and 8. So that may play a role here this afternoon. But Kaya, what do you see out of this team with the Tigers and the Bruins here this afternoon?
I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think it's going to be a high scoring game this afternoon in the Dawson Center. So I think we're in for a great game, just like we were for the women's game. So it's going to be interesting to see where this afternoon takes us.
Well, as she mentioned, it's going to be a high scoring game because you got two teams here that can easily go over the 90-point mark. If you look at the Bruins, even though in losses, they've actually scored 90 or more points. But they're on a three-game winning streak right now, all the Bruins. So the Bruins coming here, the Tigers, they're pretty hot, and they're looking for their fourth straight. What will it take for the Tigers to defeat the Bruins here this afternoon?
Getting defense, honestly, Cooper's averaging about 20 points per game for the Bruins. And so just kind of getting him to slow him down just a little bit. Not to say that we're going to be able to stop him, but being able to slow him down, that'll be a big part for the Tigers today.
And this team, the Bruins, could come put up some points. Their top three scorers all averaging over 20 points per game. So we have to look out for the likes of Michael Cooper, who averaging close to 30 points per game.
29.8.
And also you have two other guards as well that's come in averaging close to 20, 25 points per game. So just amongst them three, it's 60 points per game amongst the top three scorers of the Bruins.
It makes you see why they scoring up to 90, almost 90 points per game. Yep. So we're in for a great game this afternoon. As long as the Tigers play good defense and play good offense, we should be okay.
Three seniors will suit up for the last time as Tigers. Terrell Wyndham with the three-point shot. Makai Johnson. We also have Jordan Blue suiting up for the last time. And these are three big names that we'll need coming down the stretch here in a game like this that we might potentially have a high-scoring affair.
Correct. And as long as Jordan Blue and Malachi and they all play well today, then we'll be all right.
All right, so stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have the second game of the doubleheader. If you missed the first game, the Lady Tigers defeated the Lady Bruins by the final score of 55-47. We'll have the starting lineups and the first half. You're watching Tiger Basketball right here on our YouTube page and Facebook Live. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're reminded that there are regulations for this facility and our COVID-19 protocol as regulated encourage. Our participants today are sections of unbeginning. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ready Yourself and Human Resources Center. This is the Journey of the Swing Arena. Today, the Voorhees University Tigers take on the Bruins of Carolina University from Richmond, North Carolina. Now introducing the starting lineup, first round visit from Carolina University. Wearing the Ethan L. Wearing the short Colin Parker. Wearing the 5, Lisa Edwards. Wearing the 22, Martha Cooper. And wearing the 24, Carolyn Buchanan. The Bruins are voiced by David Peck and assisted by Ron Liddell and John Perry. And Johnson, South Carolina, we're number 50, Johnson. And then going forward, from the and then
All right, those were the starting lineups, and joining me once again here for our second game of our doubleheader, we have my student, Kaya Jarvis, the mass communications major here, as we get ready to call the action. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and commenting in our comment section on YouTube and also on Facebook as well. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Stephanie Rivers Cluss. Hi, Steffi. VU, you know. Of course, she's a big Tigers alum and a Tigers fan. Also, Arthur Copeland, thank you so very much. And Aline Dell, thank you for joining us as well. Deshaun Edwards will jump it up with Johnson, and it's saved there. Terrell Wyndham, nice save. He will try for three and hits. Wyndham.
He's feeling his stuff today.
Oh, that's a big shot there. We like to see Wyndham hit threes. 3 points for the Tigers and 1 point for the Bruins. That point, again, that was a violation. So the Bruins start off with 1 point, and that shot was off. Wyndham comes down with it. Wyndham. Oh, he's playing with some feeling. This is his last go-around for Tigers.
He's going to make it count.
It is 5-1. Tigers on top. And Wyndham with all 5 points. Inside pass. And that one was partially blocked there by Johnson. Back come the Tigers. Here's Wilson. Wyndham can't hit. He would have tore the roof off for this one.
Yeah.
He would have hit
that,
yeah.
It would have been over.
5-1 is the score. We have a whistle away from play.
And it looks like it's going to be
this one will go against the Tigers.
Terrell Wyndham's going to pick up his first foul.
So Wyndham with his first and the team's first of the first half. here are the Bruins. The Bruins, 12-12 on the year, but only 3-8 on the road. Long shot there, no good for Parker. Here are the Tigers, 12-12 themselves, and they would like to get on the road before tournament play that's coming up in the next few weeks. Malachi has called for traveling. For those just joining us, we're about 2 minutes into the first half. 5-1 is our score. Now it is a 5-4, our score, with a 3-point shot there by Cooper. And Cooper, one of several Bruins that we have to keep an eye out on, as they're averaging, matter of fact,
Cooper's
the top
almost
4
averaging
scorers.
30.
Yeah. But Ethan Bell is averaging over 30. Back the other way, it shot up, no good. There for Edwards.
Looks like the foul's going to go on Bryce Wilson.
Edwards, he's averaging over 17 points per game. So Deshaun Edwards, a 6'4" sophomore out of Tarboro, North Carolina. As the second one. And we are tied at 5 apiece. Under 17 and a half minutes to go. Out of the corner, Wyndham. Around the horn it goes. Here's Wilson. Wilson works his way to the basket and puts it in. Wilson with his first 2 points. And it's 7-5. Tigers on top as we coming up on the 17-minute mark. Spin move, kicks it back out. Buchanan, long range 3 and hits. So Buchanan hits that shot. And that is his first 3-pointer of the afternoon. And Bruins are up by 1, 8-7. We have a foul call against Buchanan. So Cameron Buchanan, the 6'1" sophomore out of Danville, Virginia, picks up his first. And 8-7 is our score. Here's Wyndham. Wyndham hits his second 3-pointer. So Wyndham already with 8 points.
Wyndham said he's going out with a bang.
Yeah. Indeed, and right now the Tigers are up by 2 at 10-8. Here's Buchanan. Around the horn it goes. 3-pointer on the way. Bank shot in.
The
there
bank is
for
open
Bell.
today on Sunday. Saturday, excuse me.
So Ethan Bell, he leads the scoring with 30 points per game. 31 points per game to be exact. 11-10 is our score. Bruins on top. Here's Malachi across the lane. Can't hit. But the big man gets his own rebound. Puts it back out. Here's Blue, the runner. Can't hit. Just short. 11-10 is our score and a turnover. Tigers will have the basketball. So the Tigers down by 1. Malachi comes out and into the ball game for the first time. Darante Foster, number 12, there for the Tigers. Also, Christian Ford is in for the first time. Had a chance to talk with his uncle before the game time. He's on hand watching as Wyndham can't hit the 3. Christian Ford has done a good job off the bench here as a 3-pointer.
Cooper from 3.
That's the second 3-pointer. So Wyndham has his 2 3-pointers, and
Cooper does too.
yep. So we got a good battle going on so far. Bruins up 14-10. And that shot is no good. Back come the Bruins. Buchanan gives it off. 3-pointer is good. You got to watch the 3-pointer from this squad. That's why they averaged so much points over the last few weeks here as Elijah Kirby hits his first 3-pointer.
Everybody can shoot the 3, looks like.
And it's 17-10. Bruins up by 7 so far. Here's Wyndham. Off glass, can't hit. Ball knocked around. Batted in the air, and it's controlled by Wilson. Wilson got the basket. That's 4 points for Bryce. And it's 17-12. Tigers are down. Cross-court pass. Here's Bell. Bell goes inside. Off glass, no good. There for Luka Schuster. Here's Foster. His shot can't hit.
That's Cooper coming back the other way for the Bruins.
Cooper so far with 6 points. Unable to hit.
He was looking for 9 there.
Under 13.5 to go. 17-12 is our score. Tigers are down to the shoot-happy Bruins. They could pull it. Oh, nice pass as Foster puts it in. Foster with his first 2 points. And it's a 3-point Bruin lead at 17-14. Oh, nice cut to the basket
by Kirby.
So Elijah Kirby, his second field goal, 5 points on the afternoon, and it's a 5-point Bruin lead at 19-14. Wyndham will take the 3, no good, and we'll have a whistle.
It looks like he's gonna call a foul on Elijah Kirby, who will pick up his first.
So Elijah Kirby with his first personal, and that's the team's second.
And it looks like we have a new 3 finna check in for the Tigers, which is going to be Rosario Phillips and Tyler Willoughby.
Of course, Willoughby, one of the leading scorers for the Tigers. Julius Phillips has come on as of late here in the late stages of the regular season. Here's Phillips with the basketball. (19-14) is our score. Phillips try his hand at a 3. Can't hit. On with the strong rebound. Edwards up the court it goes. Thought about it was Boyce. Boyce gives it up over to Edwards. Edwards whistle. Foul on the floor. And
looks like could have been a travel.
Yep. Well, they called a foul on Foster first off.
Yeah.
So Foster picks up his first and the team's third. Here's the shot just inside the 3-point line. Does not fall for Presley, number 15. Oh, a bit too strong off the glass for Hector. Speaking of players coming on strong, Hector has come on strong throughout the year as that goes sailing out of bounds, and it will belong to Tiger basketball. 19-14 is our score. 11 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in this first half. For those of you just joining us, thank you so very much for tuning in on our YouTube page and also Facebook Live. Make sure you please like and subscribe the Voorhees University Athletics YouTube page, as you can watch all things basketball, both Lady Tigers and Tigers, as we have a whole library, catalog of old games that you can go back and watch and relive.
As Fleetian checks into the game for the Tigers.
Here's Fleetian. Keyshawn's going to be a key player. Oh, nice pass inside. Here's Willoughby putting it in. The nice pass from Phillips, and Willoughby scores. That's his
first points of the afternoon.
Yep, and it's a 3-point Bruin lead. Counted and one the other way, going the other way there for Vibert.
And the foul is going to be on Rosario.
So Rosario picks up his first personal. Team foul number 4 for the Tigers.
As he hits the N1.
So the N word there for Vladimir Vibert out of West Palm Beach, Florida. 22-16 is the score and a steal as Boyce.
Looks like Rosario's going to pick up his second right there.
Grady Boyce with the good defense, number 35 there for Carolina.
And Christian Ford is going to check in for Hector Rosario as he just picked up his second foul.
And you notice that both teams, they are going into the bench early here. So both teams could play. It looks like they could play about 10 players deep on each team.
Oh.
3-pointer on the way is no good for Grady. Ball knocked around. Tyler picks it up. Up the court it goes. Here's Ford. Ford draws the foul. Clock stops with 10 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 22-16 our score. Tigers are down to the Bruins from Carolina University.
Looks like the ball's going to hit off Phillips' leg there as it's going to be Bruins basketball.
And Phillips had a little lane to go inside if he would have controlled the ball. But instead, the Bruins will have possession. Under 10 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Tigers had the early lead, but the Bruins came back. And since then, Bruins with the possession, and still they extend their lead. Good pass as Cameron Parker puts it in. That's Parker's first 2 points, and it's a 24-16 Bruin lead. 10-minute mark. Here's Ford for 3. No good. Ford. See if we try again. This time bounce pass. Nice pass! The whammo for Wilson. And it's 24-18. Tigers trying to battle back here. And stepping out of bounds is Edwards.
I don't even think he realized he was out of bounds right there.
Right.
It was all on the line.
Well, you know the home crowd is not going to help him out now.
He's not going to get that done over here.
Oh, man. So 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. 24-18 is our score. Bruins on top, but the Tigers trying to battle back here. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby, he'll try his hand at a 3. Short. Rebound to Suster.
And here comes Cooper.
Cooper all the way. Cooper!
And it hit.
And one.
I'm seeing those 30 points. I'm seeing those 30 points from Cooper.
The electricity of Cooper's play here. He's a high-energy player.
Yeah, you can tell he likes to get out on the break, but he can shoot the 3 too. So it's like, how do you stop him?
26-18 is our score.
As he's going to hit the free throw to make the N1 a 3-point play.
9 points for Cooper here. And we just played a little over half the first half. 27-18, the largest lead for the Bruins.
Almost a turnover there by Ford.
Ford throws it in, trying to look for Rosario, and it will be last touch.
That's going to be Keyshawn Fleetian.
Oh, excuse me, Fleetian. 27-18, and we have a traveling violation called against the Bruins. Eight minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Blue, picks up his dribble, being double teamed, and we have a jump ball situation, and it will belong to
the Bruins.
A good defensive play there by the Bruins, getting the ball back. 8 minutes and 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. If you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in to Tiger basketball. Earlier today, it was the Lady Tigers, defeating the Lady Bruins by the final score of 55-47. 27-18, kicks it out, wide open for three, and that's good there for Ethan Bell. That's Ethan's second three-pointer.
It looks like Cooper can do it all here. I mean, we've seen him take it to the rim. We've seen him hit the three, and now he's getting his teammates open. So
here's Ford. Ford strong to the hoop. That's his first two, and it's a 10-point Bruin lead. Back the other way. Get that shot out of there, says Ford.
That's a big block right there.
Yes, it was.
Ford. He scored, and then he says, not in my house.
All right. Not in my alley.
As Cooper has the ball.
Cooper so far with the leading scorer for the Bruins with 9 points. Here's Ethan Bell. Bell! Ring the bell. Now he has 9 points.
Him and Cooper
with 9 points.
And there's a steal.
Everything off of three-pointers and a steal. Back come the Bruins, trying to extend their 13-point lead at 33-20. Seven minutes and 15 seconds to go. Here's Bell.
Bell trying to work something up there on Jordan Blue.
Elijah Kelly, pass it out to Cooper. Under 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Cooper. He'll fire a three. He was looking for the foul. But instead, here's Jordan Blue. Let's see if Blue can get going. Phillips. Phillips tries for three. No good.
As Cooper loses the ball, and it's going to be Tiger basketball as we're headed the other way.
So the Tigers right now down 13, but they're down 13 because the hot shooting from beyond the three-point line for the Bruins here.
I think they missed like 2 threes. 2.
If that.
And I'm giving a strong possible with the 2.
Here's Wilson. And in the corner, here's Blue. Blue pull-up shot. No good. 33-20 is our score. Bruins up over the Tigers with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go and counting. Still, here comes Wyndham. Wyndham picked up his dribble, and they'll call traveling violation.
And it looks like Amari Floyd's going to check in here for the Tigers.
And that would have been a good opportunity because
that was a fast break right there. That was
the Tigers had
some
the numbers.
3 points, some layups.
So we're coming up on the 6-minute mark. Still a 13-point lead for the Bruins at 33-20. Bell, strong move to the hoop for Ethan Bell. Another 30-point potential scorer. And he has 11 points and is out to the largest lead of the game for the Bruins, 35-20, as that ball knocked out of Blue's hands. Here comes another opportunity. All the way down Broadway, Deshaun Edwards. And
we're going to have a timeout by Coach Huff.
Huff got to go with a timeout here to relax his troops. It is a run a 15-0 here for the Bruins. It's a 17-point lead at 37-20. And right now, the Bruins with a big run here. And yeah, Huff have to stop the bleeding right here, right now.
The Bruins are on a big run here. And I think it was smart of Coach Huff to go ahead and call timeout, or the lead had stretched any further. As the Tigers are down by 17 here.
And right now, if you Huff, you look at this team, the Bruins, they're not going to slow down with the shooting from the outside.
Honestly, you got to run them off the three-point line. They got to beat us on the inside. That's the only way I can see us winning this game here. We have to get Cooper and Bell off that three-point line. Because, I mean, you can settle for the two as long as you can match it, but the three is always an extra point.
Yeah.
Got to run them off the three-point line here.
And also about forcing some turnovers as well to get some extra opportunities at offensive plays.
And yeah, that big turnover right there with Terrell Wyndham, that was a good fast break opportunity.
But instead, Bruins in the midst of a 15-0 run. Here's Wyndham. That's a good way to answer the run back. Wyndham counted and one.
As he's looking for a three-point play here.
Wyndham already with 10 points on the afternoon. So the clock will stop with 5:19 to go, 37-22 as Wyndham.
As he hits for the and one.
The Lexington native. And it's down to a 37-23 Bruin lead. 5:15 to go. Buchanan. Excuse me, that was Boyce. And that shot is no good. Tigers with possession.
And that's a good.
Oh, and look out there.
Watch out, Mama Johnson.
Charlene Johnson, the South Carolina Hall of Famer, and also the athletic director amongst many hats that she wears here at Voorhees University. 37-23 is our score. Here's Boyce. Nice pass outside, three-pointer, and hits nothing but air.
Ball.
As Parker hits nothing but air. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. 37-23. Bruins on top. As with 4 minutes and 35 seconds and counting. Out of the corner for three. Rattles home.
As Amari Floyd hits his first three of the evening.
So Floyd with a big three-pointer. You might have to answer 3 for 3s here. 37-26 as the Tigers are within 11.
As Cooper loses the ball, and it's going to be Voorhees basketball here.
And a good defense there by Tyler Willoughby. So right now, the Tigers definitely have scorers there on the court that could cut this lead in half. Wyndham had a nice first half. Willoughby, three-pointer, no good. Good box out there for Cameron Parker for his teammate Edwards to come with the ball. 37-26. Coming up on 3.5 to go. Edwards is fouled.
And it looks like the foul's going to be on Amari Floyd here. But I thought he traveled.
Well, it looked like they would call it on Bryce.
How is that on?
I just heard it had been on Bryce. That's his second. Maybe they might have to correct that, yeah. But I've heard on the PSA announcer it was Bryce.
Look like the Bruins are going to call a timeout here.
3 minutes and 26 seconds to go. 38-26. It's a 12-point lead here for the Bruins of
All right, Mr. Jones,
Carolina.
put your Coach Huff hat on right now.
Uh-huh.
All right, what are you telling your guys right now? We're in the huddle. What are we working on? What are we doing?
Well, what are we doing? First off is continue to play defense. I guess pressure the Bruins into one of those ill-advised shots because they like to throw up some three-pointers. They put them in uncomfortable positions to where they have to throw up the three-pointers.
Yeah.
They can't have good looks at the basket because it looks like so far so good. The Bruins has been knocking down a lot of their three-pointers. Also, too, you have a lot of time left, so you can still work the inside as well because I believe the Tigers have a good enough inside game to also get back into this ball game as that shot is no good. (38-26) is our score. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Tigers trying to cut in on this 12-point lead. Rosario is cornered. He brings it out. Near still. And they'll stop it. So that it will be a foul called
on number
against
4.
Parker. So that's Parker's first and team 6 foul. A couple of substitutions coming in now for the Bruins. Right here on a senior day. Both teams 12-12 overall. Willoughby draws the foul. That would have been an and one if it would have went down. Two minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Willoughby's at the free throw line.
Willoughby, one of the leading scorers. Willoughby so far averaging a shade under 13 points per game. 38-26 is our score. Kick it out. Here's a three-pointer. No good as we'll have a foul call. As shooting that shot there, Elijah Kirby.
It looks like the foul's going to be on Hector Rosario, and that'll be his third.
And already Hector, a pretty good scorer, will have to sit out. And Jordan Blue will check in.
And this is what you don't want. You don't want some of your key players to get in foul trouble so early. We still have a whole another half to play.
The front end of the running one is no good as Floyd comes away with the rebound. 38-26 is our score. Tigers are down under 2.5 to go. We'll have a kickball violation called against the Bruins.
The score is going to be 38-26. Tigers down with a little under 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Right now, the Tigers see if they can get it within single digits before we head into halftime. There's the shot by Jordan Blue. No good. So shots not falling for Jordan, not as of yet here this afternoon. But sooner or later, he'll get going. Oh, to the basket, and a strong move there by Vibert. Vibert with now 5 points, and it's 40-26. Wyndham, bounce pass off the knee of a Bruin. Now Wyndham sets up for three.
Wyndham with 3 big threes this afternoon, bringing the game to 40-29.
And we need all those threes as well to drop. Nope, that's an offensive foul. Elijah Kirby will pick up the foul.
And that should be his second.
So both teams now with 18 fouls apiece. It is a 11-point advantage for the Bruins.
As Phillips checks back in the game. And you really need Jordan Blue to get going to add some balance into this scoring here.
As here's Blue with the basketball now. And a whistle, and there'll be an offensive foul away from the ball. Phillips picks up his first, team's 9th of the first half.
Last game, we didn't have a lot of foul. In this game, we got it all.
Right. 3-pointer on the way. It is no good. Wyndham comes away with the rebound. Coming up on a minute remaining. Tigers are down, trying to come back in this game. Good passing. Willoughby unable to hit. Still, no good. Willoughby counted and won. So good tenacity around the boards there for the Tigers that last possession. Vibert picks up his second.
Looks like Coach Huff is really going into his bench today.
Well, he'll need it because the Bruins is going deep in their bench as well. So both teams, look, they evenly match. I mean, just look at the records. They're both 12-12. 32-40 is our score. Tigers down into the single digits. And almost a steal as Phillips with the jump ball. And it will belong to Voorhees. 38-3 is our score. Excuse me, 40-32 is our score. People looking at me like, what? I just happened to look at some of my notes, and I just blurted out the notes that I was just looking at. So I'm sorry, folks. 40-32 is our score. Little backcourt pressure there applied by the Bruins. Now look like they will back away. Here is Blue.
Oh, and it goes off on his foot.
About the second time.
Seems like Blue's having a hard day today.
That's a little bit, but he could break out of it.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the senior nerves because, you know, this is the final
last
game.
Yeah, so maybe the second half he'll calm down and the game will just flow for him.
And we'll need him to calm down because the Bruins right now are still red hot from behind the three-point line.
It looks like shot clock is going to be off here.
Yeah,
as we're right here at the 25 seconds.
Yeah, they'll turn off the shot clock. It's an 8-point advantage for the Bruins. So essentially the Bruins can hold for the last shot.
But, I mean, you got to commend the Tigers. They cut what was a 17-point lead here. So
Bell gets it inside. The shot, no good. And we'll have a foul as Ford falls to the floor.
And it looks like we're going to have over the back, and we should be shooting 1-1. So Ford should be headed to the free throw line.
Parker will go to the free throw line. .4 seconds to go. As Ford will shoot it. Look like he's throwing up the double bonus, so this would be a double bonus shot for Christian.
And this is a good way to kind of cut that lead as he knocks down the first.
Christian with a quiet first half so far, only 3 points, but as you know, Christian Ford can explode for points in the second half.
And now he has 4.
And it's a 6-point game at 40-34 with 4.4 seconds to go. Bruins up the court. Buchanan. And that is it for the first half.
It's going to be 40-34. Bruins up.
40-34 is our score. Your thoughts here of what happened here in this first half?
The Bruins came out and they didn't miss a 3.
No.
I think they missed maybe 2 threes.
Maybe
2 or 3.
We'll
But
have to check the books on that one. But when you look at it, yes, hot behind the 3-point line, especially Ethan Bell. And not only just Ethan Bell, but of course Michael Cooper, both of them, which they score in the high 20s, low 30s. So,
But I mean, Terrell Wyndham has came back and he has shot his threes too, and some of the other Tigers have contributed too. So as long as we can stay in the game and keep it within what I like to call arm's reach, 5 or 6 points, I think we'll be okay.
all right, so we're at halftime. It is 40-34 is our score. The Tigers down to the Bruins of Carolina University. We will have halftime coming up here, and hopefully an interview with the athletic director, Charlene Johnson. That's coming up at halftime. Halftime score once again, 40-34 is our score. Tigers down to the Bruins. You're watching Tiger basketball right here on our Facebook Live and our YouTube page. We'll be right back. Tigers are down to the Bruins, but definitely not out. It's a good games here so far. I'm Clarence Jones, and right now I'm being joined by the South Carolina Hall of Famer herself, the athletic director, the student affairs person, everything. She's everything here on campus. Charlene Johnson. Miss Johnson, thank you so much for joining me here at halftime.
Thank you for having me.
Well, what's going on here in the athletic department? Because a lot of things, good things going on with basketball season about to wrap up. Of course, softball and baseball season is beginning. What's going on with the athletics here at Voorhees?
Well, I'll tell you, our women ended on a positive note in terms of the home stretch, and they have a couple of more games left. Our men actually made the conference tournament, so they'll be going to Lawrence, Kansas. So we hope we can turn this one around today and leave on our home stretch on a good note.
You know, I have a bone to pick with the NAIA because I'm mad that the Lady Tigers, for some reason or another, percentage points, ladies and gentlemen, not by record, because record-wise they should be in. but unfortunately, there's some rules and stipulations that they had to follow by. But unfortunately, the Lady Tigers will not be going to the conference tournament. But when you look at this conference, it's such a big conference, Ms. Johnson. How can we change the rules or the facts because of the number of teams that's in the conference that we can get teams like the Lady Tigers who actually have a good record to go in and play for the conference title?
Yeah, that was tough on our women. I think we're playing really good down the stretch as you saw today.
Yeah.
And to not be in the tournament is certainly a disappointment. But again, when you have so many teams and independent, it does sometimes come down to percentage points. But we're looking to hopefully in a few years be in a little different situation as we move our athletics department to the next level.
Now, of course, you say the next level of excellence. We've seen some of the improvements here. First off, with the basketball court and the scoreboard themselves. And the people do not know, but can you please fill them in on what's new here at the arena?
Well, again, we've got the floor that's actually been done twice since last summer, and again right around the holidays, and it looks very, very nice.
Right.
We're looking to do a lot of new things, but not just the basketball. On our baseball and softball fields, we have new turf, and hopefully we're going to be improving some other areas out there as well. As it relates to the track team, they went to USC this weekend, haven't gotten those results, but we do have 4 young ladies that's qualified for the Nationals already. And our baseball team is out in Mississippi.
Right.
So hopefully they're doing well.
Right.
So we've got everybody's in full fling here at the university as it relates to athletics. You just saw our cheerleaders and dance
Right,
team.
right,
and
right.
actually the cheer coach.
Yeah.
She kept in stride with those young ladies. She
Right.
did an excellent job. So
Now-
we're moving.
Now, when you look at athletics, it brings the morale up overall with the students. How does the athletics play a role in overall student life here at Voorhees University?
Well, we always believe in the adage in athletics that athletics is the front porch of any institution. And in a positive way, that simply means the first thing you usually hear about a program is athletics. And then once we get the students here, they recognize or they begin to explore even more about the academic side.
Right.
So the athletic program, we think not only is this great for morals, but also it helps the students get excited about engaging into what's going on.
Right.
And then on the student affairs side, we always have something.
Right.
I just talked with one of the young ladies and she said, Miss Johnson, are you coming to the talent show on Thursday night? She said, I'm singing. So we have a lot of activities we hope to keep our students engaged.
And you know, and one thing, and I got to commend you and also the athletic staff as well, because coming out of the pandemic, it was pretty hard because at one point in time we didn't have any fans here, but now we're slowly getting back into it, and now more and more people are coming back here on campus. So what do you see in the future for the athletics here at Voorhees University?
I'm excited as we again move to that next level. Hopefully we'll have some surprise announcements coming out pretty soon about which direction we'd like to head in.
Right.
And I certainly want to give a big shout out to Gear Up today, who brought in lots of students that were
yes.
excited, energetic, and that's a great way to end your home stand. So
Right.
there are a lot of things, but I think athletics is certainly, in fact, I know athletics is on the way up.
Well, yes, definitely. And with you at the helm, I know we're going to the next level of excellence.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Charlene Johnson, for joining me here. Of course, good luck on everything here, Voorhees, and of course, it's time to get back to work, huh?
Absolutely. And thanks to you and Mr. Sumner and your whole staff, because without you guys, we couldn't make this possible. So thank you so much for all that you do.
No problem, no problem. Everybody stay with us. We have the second half coming up. It's the Tigers down to the Bruins, but we'll be right back for the start of the second half. You're watching Tiger Basketball on our YouTube and Facebook Live. We'll be right back.
When you think about Voorhees University, think efficiency, effectiveness, and innovation. Know that we are even more mission-focused, student-centered, and data-driven. We are serving students better, creating more opportunities for service learning, and making the campus an ideal environment for teaching and learning and campus life. During the spring and summer months, we improved structures and landscaping totaling $3.5 million. We upgraded residence halls, repaired major systems on campus, replaced roofs, and conducted historic preservation work on the oldest building on campus, the Booker T. Washington Building. You can see pole signs that adorn the campus and take the Voorhees presence to downtown Denmark. Perhaps most importantly, students can take advantage of new majors in environmental science, hospitality and tourism management, and emergency management. We have 19 online degrees and a graduate degree in teaching and learning, with one concentration in education systems improvement and another in PK-12 education. Yes, we have something for everyone. We are planning facilities that will enhance student life and increase our reach into the community through the Becoming Beloved Community Initiative. Academic excellence and student success, talent acquisition, leverage and leadership, and accountability, stability, and sustainability. It is a great day to be at Voorhees University. We are happy that you are here to move with us to the next level of excellence.
All right, we're back here as we get ready to start the second half. Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis. So glad that you're with us here. The final home game of the regular season. Earlier, it was the Lady Tigers winning their last home game of the season. And right now, the Tigers have a bit of work to take care of, down by 6 as we start the second half. We started off with a whistle as Buchanan there with the shot. Cooper picks up the foul. That's his first, and team's first of the second half. Once again, thank you to Miss Charlene Johnson for spending a few moments with us here at halftime. And that shot, ooh, you can hear it from up here. Back the other way. Buchanan can't hit. So no points for the Bruins. Back comes the Tigers. Duck under a couple of times, and Phillips with the deuce. And that's Phillips' first points of the afternoon. And it's down to a 4-point advantage for the Bruins at 40-36 out of the corner for 3. No good. Save the ball. Go inside. And the basket's good there for Edwards. So Edwards with his second field goal, 42-36. Tigers are down. Wyndham trying to light up for 3. No good. Last touch by Ford. Once again, thank you for everybody tuning in right now. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're a Tigers fan representing the Tigers Nation, or you're a Bruins fan representing the Bruin Nation. 42-36 is our score. as we played about a minute and a half into the second half. Once again, shout out to everybody that's commenting on our YouTube page and also Facebook. As to the basket, counted and one goes Ethan Bell. So Bell
having a big game here. Him and Cooper.
13 points for Bell. Of course, Bell averages just over 30 points per game, and Cooper averages just shade under 30 points per game.
29.8 to be exact. 29.8 to be exact.
You're right.
And Bell knocks down the free throw to extend the lead, 45-36. Bruins up.
Oh, and in the backcourt, Tyler had a little trouble with that. Luckily, the Tigers. Oh, and it is a turnover. 45-36 is our score. We played about 2 minutes into the second half. Buchanan lights it up for three. So Cameron Buchanan.
Had it face, and it still didn't phase him.
That's his second three-pointer. And it's 48-36, back out to a 12-point advantage. And over the head of Ford. Shout out to Schuler watching us from Orangeburg. Tiger fan.
As Coach Huff calls timeout here.
And yeah,
he needs to regroup here as they've had 2 turnovers in the backcourt here. Can't even get the ball across the half. So
and right now, 48-36 is our score. And right now, the Tigers, the Bruins is coming out here in the second half because, in the early stages of the second half, this is when teams with the lead here, they want to try to
extend,
go on a big run here to try to discourage the home team of getting back into the ball game. But again, the Tigers, they have a bench and a starting lineup that can go 10 deep, that could score in the double figures. Each one of them.
And we've seen it today. Coach Huff has gone into his bench and played some different people who normally wouldn't play as early.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. I mean, it is senior day, so that's why Wyndham and then the starting lineup, and of course Malachi Johnson as well. They usually come off the bench and they provide a spark off the bench.
Correct.
48-36 is our score. Those of you just joining us, Bruins.
And Bell knocks that down from deep.
Bell is heating up here. And a near steal is 51-36. Bruins up. Largest lead of the game. Here's Ford. Can't answer.
As the ball was taken right out of Christian Ford's hand down there.
Back the other way. Buchanan attacks the basket. So Cameron Buchanan now with 8 points on the afternoon. And it's just like that. 53-36 is the Bruin lead. As a basket much needed there by Wilson. So Bryce picks up 2. He has 8 points on the afternoon. It's 53-38.
And
back the other way. Looked like that was partially blocked there. Here come the Tigers looking to push. Tigers with numbers. No good for Wilson. Ball goes not out of bounds. So it's saved.
And here comes Cooper the other way for the Bruins.
Alley-oop time and missing the alley-oop dunk. Buchanan now for 3. No good. 2 Bruins could not get it, and it's out of bounds, and it will be Tigers basketball. 16 minutes and 21 seconds to go.
As Rosario checks in, and Christian Ford is going to come out, and it's going to be Tiger basketball down here. And we're looking at 53-38. Bruins up.
So right now, as I mentioned, Bruins on the road, only 3-8 on the road versus 9-2 at home. So they're much better at home than they are on the road. But right now, it looks like they're playing a home game, right? With all the threes they're hitting.
Looks like this is their gym.
Right. But let's see if the Tigers can battle back here. Wilson tries hand at 3. Short. Second opportunity for the Tigers. Willoughby, 3-pointer. That's in and out.
And the shots are just not falling here for the Tigers.
Not falling down, but they're getting good looks at it. 53-38, our score. Chan defense here. Around the horn it goes. 3-pointer.
And Elijah
No
Bell,
good.
as Rosario comes back the other way for the Tigers.
You know, you look at this Bruin team, it looked like I saw 4 players out and hanging out around 3-point land, and that will count, and a foul.
And that's going to be Rosario. First points of the afternoon as well. As Amari Floyd checks back in.
So it's 53-40 with 15 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the second half.
And the Bruins are holding a 13-point lead here at 53-40.
As we look in the chat room, as Rosario unable to hit. Shout out to Charles watching us from Valdosta, Georgia.
Valdosta, Georgia. And it looks like we're going to have a travel violation here on Cooper.
So Cooper picks up the foul. And correct me if I'm wrong, is Valdosta,
That's right before Florida. That's like when you going to Georgia and you going to Florida, that's right there before that Florida line. I think Valdosta might be like 2 hours from Florida.
Where's the place where you had that sweet onion taste?
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
I think it's somewhere in Georgia where the onion, Valdea. 53-40 is our score.
Oh, no, that's not Valdosta.
Huh?
That's not Valdosta.
Okay. Out of the corner
Buckingham.
for 3. No good. Tigers come away with it. Near steal, and it is a steal. Back the other way. Here's Suster putting it in. That's Suster's first 2 points of the afternoon. And it's the biggest lead for the Bruins now at 15, 55-40. Here's a short jump shot. Rosario puts it in.
And this is what we need right here. We need Rosario to come in and start scoring, help us close this gap. As the score is now 55-42.
The other way is the ball knocked out of the hands of Viber. So 14 minutes and 1 second to go.
We have some exciting fans here.
All right. 3-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound put back. Suster is no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it still will belong to the Bruins.
And this is where the Tigers have to kind of put their body on him. They got to box him out. It's no reason he should get the ball twice.
Right. And we look like we have a little disagreement over there at the scorer's table. So we'll check to see what's going on. 13 minutes and 53 seconds to go.
I wonder, do they have these problems everywhere with the scorer's table and the clock?
Yeah. In some places, yes. You'll be surprised how many places where you have little shot clock situations.
Yeah, the shot clock just completely broke here.
Oh, and near steal. Oh, and diving for it was Willoughby, but they'll still say it's Tigers basketball.
That's hustle right there. That's who wants it more.
55-42 is our score. Tigers are down. Willoughby caught in the back court. Got to hit it up. Finally does.
Wyndham
Wide
for
open.
3.
Wyndham can't hit. Rebound, put back, count it, and one.
And that'll be good for Amari Floyd, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia.
Amari with the deuce.
Now he's from Atlanta.
Now he's from Atlanta, right,
from
right.
Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta. Got to. It is
Me
55.
and him went to school 10 minutes apart from each other.
So you really know each other like
Yeah.
that. Okay. 55-44, unable to hit was Floyd on the N1. So the score remains 55-44. Tigers are down. Back the other way.
And
Count
Cooper will
it,
hit.
N1. Cooper answers the N1 with the N1 for himself.
It seems like every time they try to come back and cut that lead, Cooper and Bell come
Come
knocking.
on back, yeah. But we're seeing now why Cooper averages close to 30 points per game.
Him and Bill.
Right. 58-44 is the score. Tigers down. Willoughby unable to hit. As we come up on the 13-minute mark. Bruins with the lead, 58-44. Shot in the lane is short. Gathering their own rebound, and another opportunity are the Bruins. Along the baseline. Nearly a dunk there along the baseline for Vibert, but instead it will be a foul call.
And that's going to be Bryce Wilson's third foul.
And Bryce right now, besides Hector Rosario, the other Tiger with 3 fouls so far. Second shot is good. So right now, as we look at it, Bruins are up 59-44. Back out to a 15-point lead. 12 and a half minutes remaining here in the second half. Phillips put a body down, but kicks it out. Around the horn it goes. Out of the corner.
And that's going to be Amari Floyd.
So Floyd with the basket. It's 47-59. Back the other way. No good. Let's see if the Tigers can run it here. Here's Floyd. And no good. Ball knocked around. Bruins will have possession. Wide open three-pointer on the way is no good there for Boyce. Back the other way. Here come the Tigers. Rosario inside, can't hit. Still a 12-point advantage for the Bruins at 59-47. Both teams coming into this game 12-12, so the winner will go over 500 for the season so far.
So it seems like both teams really need this game.
We have a foul call before that monstrous dunk there by Cooper.
And it looks like the foul's going to be here on Terrell Wyndham.
That's Wyndham's second and team's fourth. Around the horn, they whip it out. There's Buchanan, can't hit.
And it's going to be Tiger basketball.
Well, one thing for the Tigers to get back in the ball game is right.
They're missing threes.
Now let's see if the Tigers can make their shots.
That'll be big. If they can make those shots and they're missing.
Is Rosario. Gives up to Wilson. Cross-court pass, wide open. Oh, Wendell thought about the three, but instead we'll try to go for the two. Too hard off the glass. Still 59-47 as we're coming up on 10 and a half minutes to go here in the second half.
And here goes Ethan Bell.
Wide open for Buchanan.
And he misses, but Bell gets the rebound.
Again, the opportunity for Carolina. But right now, their shots not falling for three. Here's another three-pointer. And hitting the three-pointer is Ashley. Kanoa Ashley for the first 3 points of the afternoon for Ashley. Back the other way, cannot hit was Floyd. And it's a 62-47 Bruin lead.
And it looks like it's going to be Tiger basketball.
That's one thing about Carolina. They are going to shoot, and shoot some more behind the three-point line.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, I mean, hey.
Here's Rosario. And a foul. Looked like the foul will be called on Parker.
It looks like they called it on Ethan Bell. Nope, it's
Parker's third. So it's the fourth team foul. Both teams are tied with 14 fouls apiece. And will it count it? The basket's good. Phillips.
That's Julian Phillips. Julian Phillips sucked in for goal of the day.
And Phillips, a much-needed basket and an and one.
If he makes this, they cut the lead down to 12. And now it's going to be 62-50. Bruins up.
The closest they've got was 6 points, and that was at halftime here. But since then, Carolina trying to keep their distance from the Tigers. 62-50. Oh, that was a near foul. And losing the basketball, and that will be Tigers basketball. Edwards just lost it on the way up.
He tried to slam it. He tried to take his arm back. Lost the ball.
He tried to do one of those
LeBron.
slam dunk. Yeah, those slam dunk competition as Ford was fouled.
And Ashley's going to pick up his first.
By the way, did you know that this weekend is the NBA
All-Star
game?
weekend.
It just crept up on us, huh?
It's always right after the Super Bowl. That's how I remember.
Right.
The Super Bowl gets his weekend and the All-Star weekend gets its own weekend. It's normally either like right after Valentine's or right before.
Here's Ford. Cross-court pass to Wyndham. Floyd. Back out. Here is Julius, unable to hit. Under 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. Oh, nice pass. Inside and missing the dunk is Edwards. Here comes Wyndham. Wyndham attacks and hits.
Terrell Wyndham having a great senior day.
He's going out with a bang, folks, in the double figures. 16 points for Wyndham so far. And it's down to a 10-point Bruin lead at 62-52, under 8.5 minutes to go. Here's a three-pointer.
As Christian
Bell
Ford
misses.
With
Here
the ball.
comes Ford. Ford gets it into Phillips. Phillips turnaround shot. Can't hit.
And Rosario's foul.
Rosario will go to the line.
And we're already in the
It's the team seventh, so Hector Rosario will be shooting too.
we're in the bonus. As Hector makes the first.
Hector coming on here in the second half. Rosario hits. And it's down to an 8-point lead for the Bruins at 62-54 as we're at the 8-minute mark remaining here in the second half.
And here comes Cooper.
Finds a wide open Buchanan short. So the 3 points is not falling down. Here's Julius with a clear pass. Phillips with the monstrous dunk. And it's 62-56. Tigers are battling back here. And now the crowd getting into it. Inside, almost out of bounds. Cross-court pass. Three-pointer on the way is no good. 3-on-2 for the Tigers. Ford passes. Hector cannot hit. So now the Tigers, there'll be a timeout taken.
Timeout by the Bruins.
The Bruins, yep.
Imagine had he hit that layup, the gym would have gone wow.
And not only that, they would have been forced in the timeout. They took the timeout because the coach saw it coming.
Yeah, the Tigers going on that run there.
So right now with 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go, we're in the second half. It is 62-56. Right now, Terrell Wyndham, the senior here, is leading the charge for the Tigers here in the point production with 16 points so far. But it's going to take some late threes here by Wyndham to really get this crowd pumping.
Yeah, and it looks like right behind Wyndham with the scoring wise, it's going to be Bryce Wilson.
Yeah, Bryce is also doing a nice job as well. Not just with the points, but also on the boards as well.
But Cooper and Bell for the Bruins.
Yeah, Cooper and Bell has been the answer for the Bruins here all game long. But as you mentioned, the reason why they get back into the ball game is
because Buckingham is not hitting.
Well, the whole team right
really,
now is kind of cold. Yeah.
But that's the thing that we keep seeing. Teams come out real hot that first half, and then that second half, it seems like halftime does them a disservice sometimes because they come back and just cold.
So here come and that is a traveling violation call against Pierre Nabin. 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Both teams, the winner of this game will go above 500 for the season. And when you look at it as the Tigers, you want to go over 500 and you want to have a nice winning streak going into the conference tournament coming up in the next week or so.
Yeah, because conference tournament is in Kansas. That's like next weekend.
Lawrence, Kansas. That's coming up. But of course, in order to make the big dance, you have to win your conference tournament.
And how many did they take at the conference tournament?
Oh, they'll take 64. 3-point on the way for Floyd.
And Floyd hits.
That is Floyd's third three-pointer. And it is a close game, folks, 62-59.
And Cooper trying to respond for his team, but just can't hit.
The whole team can't hit right now. And here come the Tigers battling back. Cross-court pass. Ford looks at it, takes it, and puts it down.
And it's going to be tied right now, 62-62.
Ford, big three. Tied at 62. Can you believe that's Ford's first field goal of the afternoon? And a steal. Here come the Tigers with numbers. Floater.
And that'll be Jordan Blue's first field goal of the evening.
Jordan Blue, big bucket. It is a 2-point Tiger lead.
The first Tiger lead of the game, I want to say.
Well, the first one in a long, long time. This crowd is into it. We still have some of the gear up students here now, sprinkled in with the regular students from Voorhees. 3-pointer straight away, no good. And they can't buy a basket right now behind the 3-point line.
And it's going to be Voorhees basketball going the other way.
Somebody must have pressed the X button on the Xbox and they stopped shooting well.
I told you we were in for a good game.
Right. Phillips thought about a three. Rosario as Huff, he's staying with this lineup here. Blue. Ford, another chance, no good. Rosario, ball in his hands, and he is fouled.
And he's headed to the free throw line as we're here in the bonus.
In the bonus now. So 5:08 remaining. Hector Rosario will be at the line shooting 2. It's a 2-point game. Tigers on top. Now it's a 3-point game.
Rosario hits the first to extend that lead there to 3.
Rosario 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point game, 66-62. Tigers on top, out of the corner for 3. It's good, and that's a big 3 there for Cameron Parker.
Parker giving the Bruins a much-needed spark there as he just hit that corner 3.
It's a 1-point Tiger lead at 66-65. Under 5 to go. Rosario, a bit too hard off the glass. As it goes out of bounds, it will belong to Bruin basketball. So right now, things heating up here in the gym. Senior day, the last home game of the season for the Tigers. Too strong off the glass, and Phillips was fouled. Fouled there by Viber.
And Phillips is headed to the free throw line.
And that's Vladimir's 3rd personal foul. Team's 9th. So 1 in the bonus coming up here for Julius Phillips to try to extend the 1-point Tiger lead. Man, the Tigers at one point was down by 17 points.
Oh. And now we're up by 1 with just some 4 minutes and 34 seconds left.
As Phillips hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
I mean, that's basketball for you.
Yeah, that's basketball.
That's basketball for you. You know, football, people get down like that. You be like, oh, it's no way. Basketball is always a chance.
Especially if the team becomes hot. And right now, the Tigers has become hot. And Bruins says that will count and a foul on Floyd. So Floyd picks up the foul. And the and 1 there for Viber.
And the score is going to be 67-67. And if he hits this, the Bruins will go up 1.
Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you please like and subscribe on our YouTube page.
I have an air ball.
Wow.
Here at the free throw line.
Talk about pressure, huh?
I mean, it gets you every time.
So we're still tied at 67 apiece. Tigers were once down by 17, but came all the way back here in the second half. Here's Phillips over to Rosario. Huff staying with this lineup too. Rosario, turnaround shot, good!
And now
Huff staying with this lineup for the last several minutes here.
Well, you have the exchange of Amari Floyd and Bryce Wilson, but for the most part, lineup has not changed.
There's a shot inside. It's good there for Elijah Kirby. And that's the first time we've heard from him in a while in the second half. Tied at 69. Sweet. 3.5 minutes to go. Inside it goes. Rosario turnaround shot. Can't hit.
Rosario loves that post move, that in and out, up and under.
If you feel good, take it. Tied at 69. 3-point on the way. No good. Running down with the rebound. And here's Cooper. Cooper, along with Ethan Bell, the main 2 scorers here this afternoon for the Bruins. Under 3.5 to go. Here's Cooper. Finds his pass. Blocked there by Ford. Here comes Rosario. No good. Good defense by Ford. Getting back. Inside and good. There for Elijah Kirby. Back-to-back field goals for Elijah Kirby. And it's a 2-point Bruin lead at 71-69. Floater, good for Blue.
And now we're tied at 71-71.
The senior, big bucket in there. Back come the Bruins. Elijah Kirby gives it up to Bell.
And we said a high-scoring game. We were expecting one, and we're
We
just
got
about
one.
there.
Cross-court pass. 10 seconds to go in the shot clock as we have a foul call. So good fast-paced action here going on.
It's been a lot of back and forth these last 3 minutes.
Tied at 71 apiece. Thank you for everybody for tuning in and commenting. At Tiger Nation, always representing.
Vibrate hits that first to bring his team up 72-71.
Vibrate with 9 points on the afternoon.
And looking for the 10th.
Yep.
As Terrell Wyndham checked back in for the Tigers. And Vibrate's going to hit the second, going 2 for 2.
That'll give him 10 points exactly. And it's a 2-point Bruin lead at 73-71. Feels like the first team to 80 will win. The shot in the lane, no good for Blue. Ball on the floor is picked up by the Bruins. Vibert gets it up court. Here's the shot, and good there for Elijah Kirby. And Elijah Kirby really coming alive here in the late moments of the second half. It's 75-71. Tigers try to get back into the ball game. Wyndham, cross-court pass. Here's Christian, unable to hit. Ball goes out.
And it's going to be Tiger basketball.
Voorhees will have another shot. Make sure you stay with us. After this game, we'll have the post-game show as we will review this afternoon's ball game. Rosario gets it up. Here's Ford. Ford puts it up and in. So Ford cuts it down to a 2-point Bruin lead at 75-73 with 58.4 seconds to go left in this second half. Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis here. And right now, Kaya, the Bruins, of course, via the three-pointer, reason why they got 75 points on the board. But the Tigers hanging right in here. And as we mentioned, down by 17 points at one point in time. But thanks to, I guess, the energy here in this arena, thanks to the Gear Up camp that came in, they have really kept the team interested and in it, and now they're only down by 2.
Yeah, a stop right here is critical because you are down by 2. So getting a stop or just playing some solid defense right here is critical. So if they can get this stop and go back on the other end and produce, we're in for a game.
Well, we're in for an exciting end of the game because a 2-point lead, anything can happen. And both teams, they really want to come out with a victory today. Right now, what's riding on the line for the Bruins, they right now have a 3-game winning streak. They like to extend it to 4. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, they want to go over 500 for the regular season before going into their game against Payne coming up on Monday.
Ooh, I wonder if that's going to be another exciting game like we saw here in the Tigers Den on Monday.
Hopefully, it will be into the Tigers' favor. That ball is stripped, but picked back up, and Wilson is fouled. Wilson is called for the foul.
And that's going to be his 4th.
So Bryce Wilson with his 4th foul. Right now, with 34 seconds to go, you might as well go ahead and keep him in there. Now, here's some big shots coming up for Cooper. Cooper, a very good free throw percentage shooter.
As he makes the first.
He's a 74% free throw shooter. as we have the president get ready to make his way up here.
Dr. Ronnie Hopkins.
Yep. As we're coming down, 77-73. Here's Blue. Gives it up to Ford. Ford back out to Blue. Blue down the lane. It is no good. Rosario with the rebound. Put back.
And he's fouled.
And the foul is called.
And we're looking at right at 19.8 seconds left. And it's going to be 77-73. The Tigers are down.
So 19.8 seconds to go. As Hector Rosario will be at the line shooting.
And if he can just knock these two down and they can get a stop.
Yep. Still have plenty of time. Oh, misses the first. That's a big miss there. So now you got to hit the second and force a foul because you want to preserve as much time as you possibly can.
But don't foul none of the good shooters.
Right. Mainly Cooper.
Or Bejo.
Yeah.
Don't foul them.
Second shot is good. So a timeout as Voorhees calls the timeout with 19.8 seconds to go here in the ball game. It's a 3-point game, 77-74. Bruins on top, but the Tigers have battled back all game long at one point being down by 17 points, but coming back into this ball game. And right now, the name of the game is
who gets the 81st? Because I agree with you now.
Right.
Who's going to get the 81st?
Well, right now, and Voorhees is 6 point away. Bruins are only 3 point away. But
3 points not nothing for the Bruins.
Right. Right.
3 points not nothing for the Bruins.
But when you look at this game, though, the Tigers now have to come up with their biggest defensive play of the game to try to keep it within distance, where the 3-point shot will be in play.
Do you give them? Do you foul them to stop the clock to preserve the time, or are you gonna let it play out and take your
Well,
chances?
you can't let it play out because now the shot clock will be turned off, so you have to preserve your time. So now,
who are you fouling with the lineup that the Bruins have in right now? Who are we fouling?
well, just looking at the free throw percentage wise,
I'm gonna foul Kirby.
a lot of them are shooting into the 70s. So I guess no foul. Shot clock is turned off. There go the foul. And you fouled the 75% shooter and Cooper.
And it looks like Bryce will foul out.
Well, again, you go what got you here. And Bryce put on some big minutes here this afternoon. But this is only the one in the bonus now. So he can miss the front end and we'll still have an opportunity. So Cooper at the line.
And
He
Cooper
misses. Still a chance for the Tigers. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. Willoughby gives it up. Forward for the tie. No, can't hit.
And that'll be the game.
The buzzer sounds
And
as
that
the
will
final
be the
score
game.
goes off as
77-74.
Disappointing loss for Voorhees, but still
Way to fight back.
a way to fight back. A big effort here. But of course, this Bruins squad, my goodness, a lot of 3-pointers up here for grabs.
Elijah Bell, Ethan Bell, and Cooper.
Yeah,
Man.
there's something
And
different.
Buckingham.
So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have an upcoming interview with the 10th president of Voorhees University.
Dr.
Looking mighty
Ronnie
sharp
Hopkins.
here
With
is
the
Dr.
Voorhees
Ronnie Hopkins.
jacket on and everything.
Yeah, so stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come right back. Once again, Tigers fall to defeat 77-74. We'll be right back.
How you doing? Feeling good and blessed, brother. Good. Hey, I understand you radio man around here? Yes, sir. Okay, you got a business card? I can get one for you. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, no rush. I'm from raised, Father. Yeah, I'm from the A, from the ATL. ATL? Around that way. You from the A? Where you from?
I'm Right outside.
Look, I was gonna say, you from the bluff? No.
Nah, that's where my dad. That's where my dad.
I
Not
be
me.
messing with you. Bluff.
That's my dad. Not me.
That's all types of things.
Welcome back here to the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University. As you just saw, the Tigers went down to defeat, but not before a great fight here. It was down by 17, but just come up a little bit short, losing today 77-74. Right now, it's my honor to bring you, Tiger fans, the 10th president of Voorhees University, Dr. Ronnie Hopkins. And Dr., we have had a wonderful time here at Voorhees. Let us know what's going on here at the great VU.
Yeah, but it's been a great day, and thank you so much. And to all of our Voorhees University fans and supporters, and especially the white and true blue alums of Voorhees University, thank you so much for your continued support. We continue to seek ways to move to the next level of excellence. That's what we are doing.
Yes.
Academically, athletically, socially. Well, you're going to see in the next few years, you're going to see a capital campaign where we're going to have a number of new buildings going up on campus. But I continue to say, eye has not seen, ear has not heard what Voorhees University has in store.
In fact, everything is in store for us, and of course the students as well. Always great to see, and also internationally now, students are coming in. So you got to feel great that Voorhees is becoming real worldwide type of university.
Absolutely, our international student population actually more than tripled from last year. It's very intentional. We understand the importance of having international students on our campus, and also providing opportunities for our students to travel internationally. So you'll see more of that as well. But we certainly are still looking forward to, in the next 5 years, moving our enrollment to 800 minimum. In fall of 2027. So that is the goal for Voorhees University. We are delighted that that's going to happen for us. So I would be certainly remiss talking about our students. Our seniors today. We're so proud of them. Our 5 cheerleaders and dancers, and our 3 women's players and our 2 men's players. We are so happy because that's what we're about. We're about graduating our students. So we love for them to be here. We love to caress them, nurture them, and honor them, but we need them to walk across the stage. So we are so happy, and they have just bright futures in front of them, and I'm just so delighted to be their president.
Now, of course, as you mentioned, we are having some new technology coming on, an e-gaming room that's about to open up here. Discuss some more things that's new that's coming up here on campus.
Absolutely. So that is for particularly all of our white and true blue alumni. You do not want to miss our spring homecoming coming up in April, because we will reveal the university's e-gaming center. So we really are excited about that. That is something we want everybody to come and join us for the ribbon cutting. What we have to do at the university is create ways that students are engaged. So you'll see time and time again, that's what we're thinking day in and day out. We're trying to figure out how we can certainly increase our recruitment efforts. And certainly when we get these wonderful students on this campus, we want it to be a place where they are excited and happy to stay.
And of course, we have great news from the U.S. News. We're still #1 in the social university. We're tops in regional universities. So you got to feel great about Voorhees University.
I mean, we have been absolutely blessed. God is continuing to bless us. I mean, with an overflow of blessings. #1 in the entire South for best value of institutions, and we intend to keep it that way. #3 in the entire South for institutions that graduate their students with high social mobility. That meaning with lower debt, lower loans, and able to create generational wealth for their families. We are absolutely delighted about that. 22 among the 105 HBCUs in the nation, #2 in the state of South Carolina. And of course, that's going to go up next year.
So
we are absolutely on the move.
On the move and looking good. And also coming up, we have some good events coming up. Of course, as you mentioned, the spring homecoming. I know
You
everybody
don't want to miss it.
Of course, we have the concert coming up featuring Travis Porter for the students. And of course, we have the gala, the all important gala coming up honoring the presidential scholars. So talk a little bit about that.
It is imperative that we and get your support for the President's Scholarship Gala. That 100% of those funds go to student scholarships.
Right.
And in fact, that particular gala, they go to presidential scholars. That means we're recruiting the brightest and best students in the nation and the world, and we have them here on our campus. And that is absolutely important. Again, that we continue to get the support from our White and Jubilee alum and everyone who is a friend of Voorhees. We need your support. So please, we would love to have you on campus, but if you can't make it on campus, please make your contribution to our 2023 Presidential Scholarship Gala.
And of course, we have a couple who's working behind the scenes in the media network who are presidential scholars. Kaya Jarvis, who's my partner here. So your funds are very much important here to us. And of course, you can find out more. Go on the university website. It's up right now that you can purchase your gala tickets along with the concert featuring the Manhattans, the great Manhattans, I must say. So it's $225 on the website. So please get it early and tell a family, bring a family member, bring everybody.
Bring a family member and a friend and a church member.
Yes.
bring them all.
In that order. Sir, in the few minutes that we have left, of course, Voorhees is moving into big and better things. Anything you would like to share with the Tiger Nation to tune in right now?
Just know that our executive cabinet, our extremely world-class faculty, dedicated staff, what we do day in and day out, the reason we get up is because of our amazing students, and we can't do this without your support. So please continue to support us as we move to the next level of excellence. That's your Voorhees University.
Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, the 10th president of Voorhees University. Thank you. And it's been an honor to interview again. And we can do this again later. How about that?
Absolutely. Always.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. The post-game show will continue right here from Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University. So stay with us as we have more post-game show coming up. Stay with us. You know. Welcome back to the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University as we're in the middle of our post-game show where the Tigers fall to defeat by the hands of the Carolina University Bruins by the final score of 77-74. Right now, I'm being joined by my student and presidential scholar, I must say, Kaya Jarvis, who's done an excellent job analyzing the games for me here. This is her first year at the Media Network, and of course, this will not be her last year neither. So we're glad, we're looking forward for more future analysts, and she's also going to be play-by-play for the women's game starting next year. So you're going to hear a lot more from her. But let's talk about this game here, 77-74, the final score. The Tigers go down to the hands of the defeat to the Bruins, but it was a great effort by the Tigers because they had to avoid a lot of these three-pointers that was made by the Bruins here this afternoon.
Yeah, what a tough loss for the Tigers, who was down 17 going into the start of the first half. And it was a tough loss for them because they fought back. As you mentioned, Ethan Bell and Cooper put up a great fight for the Bruins as they were their leading scorers. So it's a tough loss for the Tigers.
Yeah, tough loss for the Tigers. But the Tigers, as you mentioned, Kaya, they came back into the ball game with that rotation with Wilson and also Hector Rosario helping out. Julius Phillips poured in with some points. But it was the efforts of Terrell Wyndham, the final start of his career with the Tigers, but he came out lights out. Unfortunately, they came up short, but still, Terrell Wyndham, he showed why he is one of the leading three-point shooters in Tiger basketball history.
Yeah, Terrell Wyndham played a great game, came out hitting big threes early, and you could tell that he really wanted it. You know, it's his last home game here in the Dawson Center, or as we like to call it, the Tigers Den, and you could tell he really wanted it here. And then also with Wilson and Rosario coming in and playing big roles and stepping up for the team. So it's a tough loss for them.
Yeah, tough loss for them, but as you mentioned, the Bruins, they just had so much firepower there because now on their 4-game winning streak as well, they averaging well over 80 points per game. Win or lose, this team could put up some threes. And for a moment there, the reason why the Tigers came back into the ball game because the Bruins started shooting cold from behind the arc. That allowed the Tigers to come back into the ball game.
Yeah, they during the second half, once the second half started, the Bruins got kind of cold, and they tried a different 5 each time, but it was cold, and so.
All right, so right now we get ready. We're gonna take a short break, and we're gonna come back. We'll have the men's basketball coach, Coach Huff, as he's waiting in the wings right now to have his analysis on what happened. Final score 77-74. Tigers go down to defeat to the Bruins. We'll be right back. Quick break, and we'll have Coach Cabral Huff to join us here to give us his thoughts. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the post-game show as we are in the middle of our post-game show right now, being joined by the men's head coach of the Tigers, Coach Cabral Huff, to talk about a game. It was a close game. 77-74 was the final score. The Bruins did jump out to an early lead there. But, Coach, give us your thoughts about this game. This Bruin team, they came in and as we figured, they was going to throw up a lot of threes here this afternoon.
They're a great shooting team. 8 of their last 10 games, they had scored 90-plus points. So defensively, we thought we did a pretty good job other than some stretches when they got the 17-point lead first half. And right after halftime when they jumped back on us about 11 or 12. But I thought defensively we did a good job. We had the effort and defense enough to put us in the win. Just some key stretches. I think we went up 64-60, and they drove us because we didn't communicate. And you got to put your foot on them right there. You got to extend that lead right there. Get a stop and extend the lead.
Right, you got to do that. But hats off to the Bruins opponent, Cooper and Bell as well. They came in as advertised, averaging close to 30 points per game. Not quite 30 points from the two of them, but still enough to try to hurt us a little bit there. But where did you see where the Tigers was unable to get going at?
I thought early we turned the ball over too much. They blitzed us on some ball screens, and we picked the ball up way too early, and we turned it over, which allowed them to get that 17-point lead. We cut it to 6 at halftime. Came out not the way we wanted to at half. Not right at half, but kind of some minutes in, about the 15-minute mark. And they got it back up to 12. And then we locked back in. You know, again, it goes back to defending. When we got stops, we put them in some bad situations. And that's how we were able to come back and take the lead. But some turnovers and some miscommunication on D is probably what cost us this 3-point loss tonight.
Now, looking at it, offensively speaking, we talked a little bit about it just before we came on air, but Terrell Wyndham playing in his final game, did a wonderful job, hit some early key 3-pointers in the first half. And then he was also one of the reasons why we was coming back from the 17-point deficit. But talk a little bit about the seniors playing in their last game. Of course, Terrell Wyndham has been here for a while, but he has done an excellent job. But just talk about the seniors a little bit playing in their final home game.
Talk about Malachi first, because tonight was a tough one because Carolina kind of plays 5 guards, and it's tough to play bigs, whether it's him or Durante Foster. Amari Joseph was out, but Malachi chose us for his last season. He's from Charleston, South Carolina. His mom is an Olympic legend, Katrina McClain. He's been great for us. He's been a vocal leader on and off the court. I don't even understand if he realized how good he can be yet. I wish we had him for another year, but he's been really good for us. Then I'll go to Jordan Blue, who's been around us since we opened back up at COVID, won the conference championship. So he's been a part of a winner, and now in his senior season, he's had an explosion this year. Every year he's improved.
Right.
And now he's had an explosion to where I think he's probably one of the top guards in our conference. And we're very appreciative of him and what he's going to do. He gets to graduate in the summertime, and Malachi graduates in the fall. And then you get to Terrell, who's been here 4 years. Right. They call him Rex. He's been our leader this year, vocal. There's some days he plays 20-some minutes, and there's some he plays 10, and it doesn't really matter to him. He loves Voorhees. He wants to be a coach after basketball.
And he's always been energy off the bench.
Always. I can't say enough about him because what people don't know is he's had 2 knee surgeries since he's been here. He could have graduated last year. He chose to come back to give it one more ride because he loved his teammates and he loved this institution and wanted to play one more time. He knows it's it. But he wanted to give it one last hurrah, as they say, and we're very appreciative of him for that and for all these 3 seniors and what they have done for our program here at Voorhees.
Now, turning our attention, of course, you will have an opportunity at least to go into the tournament with a 500 record if you can get the win at Payne on Monday. So what does it mean going into the conference tournament to have some winning momentum?
You want to have winning momentum. You want to have a good taste in your mouth going to conference and make that long trip so the guys can understand, remembering coming off a win, what it means to win. We've been in some close ones all year. Games we lost, whether it was Monday night versus Virgin Islands at the buzzer, whether it's tonight down 3. I told them we got to get over the hump. And to get over the hump means we got to do some little things better. And that doesn't just start when the 40 minutes happens on the court. It starts in practice. It starts in shoot around. It starts in how we do things the right way. And if we can do those things, then we're not losing by 3. We're not losing at the buzzer. We're winning those.
But you know what? Personally, I have to say this, that I've seen the team improve from one year to the next year, especially this year. And I mentioned it to you on several occasions as we passed through the hallway. I said, defense. This is the key for this team right here. If the defense can hold them down, I think the Tigers are a shoo-in to win. So now we talk about the defense. It's going to be important now going into Lawrence, Kansas. I know you don't want to jump ahead, but it is a non-conference play. But jumping ahead to the conference tournament, what do you see for the Tigers as we head into Lawrence, Kansas?
We got to defend. It's going to be a tough matchup with a 4 seed versus a 5 seed Arkansas Baptist. And it's going to come down to rebounding, defending, understanding that every possession matters, and execution. Those are going to be the big things. They're playing for the brother next to you. It's going to take 3 days like that, 3 back-to-back days. So a lot of times people have looked at our schedule. Why are you playing back-to-back? Or why are you playing 2 games and get a day in between and playing? You're trying to prepare for what we knew what was coming in the conference tournament because we felt we had an opportunity with this team to get there.
Well, now it's here now. It is now time to go back-to-back. So, of course, right after the Payne, now it's time to get your mind right and travel up there to Lawrence, Kansas. Of course, this is our last broadcast here. Of course, we'll let the people know if they could tune in to watch the Tigers in conference play, but we'll let everybody know. But just thank you, sir, for coming out here, win, lose, or draw, to a little few times with us. I know sometimes it could be emotional after certain games, so we understand that, but really, for the bottom of our heart, thank you so very much for joining us here all season, and good luck on Monday against Payne, and good luck on the conference tournament.
Well, we I definitely appreciate you. So does my staff and our players, yourself, the people behind the cameras and behind the mic, Mr. Sumner, everybody. We appreciate you and what you've been able to bring to us and our fans, wherever they are, so they can watch their young men and watch their school, their alum play every home game, whether it's the men or women. I've had the pleasure to be on the mic beside you a couple of times.
Right.
It's been great. I've seen the improvement since I first got here to where we are right now, and we're going to keep going. And we just want the Hees and Tiger fans to stay with us, stay behind us. We've got an opportunity next week to win a conference championship. You got to get there first, and we got this, so we got an opportunity to win. So we appreciate you. We thank you. Thank you for all the love this season, and go Tigers.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Coach Huff. And again, thank you for everything that you have brought to this Tiger program this season. And we look for big things down the road.
Thank you.
All right. Stay with us as we'll have Coach Glover coming in. Matter of fact, Coach Glover is right off there. So if you can hand him the mic there.
I'll give him a handoff. I don't know if I'm a good quarterback or not.
As Coach Edward Glover joins us now, the woman head coach for the Lady Tigers. I said, enjoy the victory here this afternoon, 55-47 over the Lady Bruins. I wanted to discuss about your team and how did you feel that they came out in this game?
Well, we held our composure. That was a key, and that was a key all season long. Like one of the refs told me before the game, Coach, y'all got all the intangibles. You're right there. I just got to finish the game. And that's what was the night. It was evident we had to finish, and we did that. We stepped up, and I wish we would have got a more like that, and we would have had a different outcome here at the end of the season.
Right.
But it is what it is. We got better as it went on. Especially we got a few new pieces in there after the second semester. But we're gonna keep working.
Yeah.
Keep trying to get there. We got to find some bigs.
Yeah.
As evident, you can see another team here tonight.
Yeah.
That height advantage.
Kind
of works on our forwards.
Yeah, Ashley Roberts had about 15, 16 points, but that goes with 15 rebounds.
Yeah, a lot of that just by standing up.
Right. And then also Jaleesa Lang, even though she didn't stat the scores, but just physically speaking, she's like 6'4", 6'5".
And he had 2 6 feet that we saw early in the year that were out.
Wow.
Yeah, he had 2 more. Yeah.
Okay.
That was sitting out. Yeah.
So yeah,
and the same thing. When we played Washington Venice, about 2 weeks ago, that height advantage.
Yeah.
And that size. So we got to find somebody to help us out with that. 1 or 2.
Yeah, and now, especially now, since you're losing a couple of big girls, so you want to discuss about now the seniors here that's played their last game.
Yeah. Aubrey Callum, who's by the way is a dynamic softball player. Out there in Tigerland, we get an opportunity to see our softball team. She's a special player and probably will end up playing in graduate school somewhere. And then Melissa Newble. We found Melissa a little late. She had been to a couple of schools and even talking to her parents and was saying, I wish I had her a little sooner for the development. But she's come a long way from her time when she first got here. She gave some good minutes tonight. Right. And she worked those big girls a lot tonight as well. Well, today. Yeah.
And now, of course, as we mentioned at the beginning of the season, that you have a nucleus coming back because you don't have too many seniors on the squad. So you have a young nucleus coming back next year. So looking forward to next year. Oh, and by the way, I did complain on the air about it. I think it wasn't right for y'all not to be.
Well, you can complain, but not me.
No, I know. I'm just saying that, yes, I feel that it wasn't right, that they should be in the conference tournament, but that's a whole other thing. I might discuss it on the radio station. So just hold on that one.
Yeah, and I know when you look at those seedings and pair,
yeah, it is. But anyway, what about the atmosphere here this afternoon with the Gear Up students that came in? They look like they was pumped from the beginning.
It almost had a feeling of homecoming for me. I really did felt that feeling. We need more of that coming up next season. Maybe some more people can sponsor games, get some of these young people out here. Because that was a good atmosphere when the young ladies came out.
Yeah.
Even the men's game started. They were here for the festivities. Appreciate that from Gear Up.
But it seemed like when the crowd got into it early, it seemed that emotion just came out in Lady Tigers, and they really played up to the fans.
Yeah, and even down the stretch, when the fans got in it, kind of lifted us up, especially on that defensive end. Yeah. I mean, that chance of defense, and we were able to get a couple of steals and finish some layups on the other end. That pressure defense picked up at the end.
So now, heading into Monday's game, the season finale against Payne, what do you see for these girls as far as what you want to work on heading into Monday?
Well, one thing, Payne got us early in the year. which was a close game until down the stretch, and they were able to pull away on some free throws. But we just got to come out and get that one.
Yeah.
We got to get that one for our young ladies that are leaving us, and got to get that to get us going into a platform in the next season, so we can build off that. We got to keep building it big.
Well, Coach, thank you so very much for joining me here this afternoon.
Appreciate what all y'all do.
Oh, yes. And do you have any final words for Tiger Nation out there who's been
Tiger
there
Nation,
the whole night?
Keep supporting us. We'll be back next season. Hopefully we get some information out on how the men are going to be doing at the upcoming conference tournament. But we just appreciate y'all and hope to see you next season.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Coach Glover. I appreciate it.
Man.
All right.
And appreciate all you behind the scenes.
Yes, everybody behind the scenes.
A lot of people working back here.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man. But thank you so very much. Of course, I think we'll have Mr. Sumner come in for the last few moments, and we'll wrap things up, put things in a nice little bow tie. Once again, thank you so very much, Coach Glover. As right now, I want to thank all the students behind the scene, but of course, my partner, Kaya Jarvis, as well, doing her thing. And now we have Sumner, as everybody's been talking about him on the scene. So this is him on the camera now. So another season and another great season here. Unfortunately, not the results that we wanted from time to time, but still, I think in a very exciting season as we move forward in this broadcast.
Definite. Bit of a disappointing day. You hope senior night, both teams get the W. Our guys did that thing where they played from behind, but if they had played from the start, they probably would have got the win.
Yeah.
I want to say a huge thank you to all of our students. I have to shout out a couple specifically. That's Nicholas Brown, that's Ashley Chambers, that's Tessina. Brand new person that just started with us yesterday. Doug is here.
You probably heard him during the broadcast.
You may have. And Kaya, some folks that worked with us, also Dominique, and let's see, Raquel Benton.
Benton, yes.
Who was graduated she graduated in December. Now she's here working for IT. So she may be back with us from time to time as well.
Okay.
So we're glad to see Dr. Hopkins and Vice President and Athletic Director Charlene Johnson both get in today. And as Mr. Jones talked about, we do have some big things coming up. Definitely, we will wrap up Black History Month next week. And we'll go into Women's History Month with a number of different events and things that are going to happen. In April, we've got Founders Week. And so that's our Spring Fest. There's concerts. There's the Presidential Scholarship Gala. There's just a lot that's going on. The e-gaming center will be the ribbon cutting and all of that will happen in April during Founders Week. But I'd be remiss if I don't get on this. So the Home Depot Retool Your School competition begins on February 27th. And we need your votes. So just be on the lookout, watching your email, watching social media. Of course, the Voorhees University website. When it's time, you'll know, and we need you to participate. So whether you're a fan or not, make sure you're voting for Voorhees.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we'll have more on the website, the Voorhees website. You can go to that. Also, please like and subscribe our YouTube page, Voorhees University Athletics, and also follow us on Facebook as well on Voorhees University. And of course, we'll make the announcement on our Instagram and also on Facebook and Twitter to where, especially when we start with the voting for the Home Depot, because Home Depot has helped us out here in the past a little bit, but we need more. And with your support, all you have to do is just continue to vote. Vote. We're not asking you necessarily for money. We're just asking you for your votes. If you vote, then if we get into a certain percentile, then we will get money from Home Depot so we can improve our overall campus here. So your votes definitely do count. So once again, February the 27th is when we start voting. The earliest you can start voting for the Home Depot. So anything else, sir, that you want to talk about that we haven't discussed yet?
Well, just want to say thank you to you.
Oh, thank you.
You've had a couple of different broadcast partners this season.
Right,
and,
right.
You know, we had some fun with both our men's and women's coaches filling in roles at times. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate Kai coming in and working with us.
Right.
Even some of our past announcers, Mr. Cameron McLean has chimed in here and there on some of the games, and even Derek Richmond as well. So, you know, we just want to continue to grow and expand what we're doing with the VU Media Network.
Right.
And we want you all to continue to watch as we grow. This is, of course, our athletic channel, but you can also check us out on our primary YouTube channel, Voorhees University. And there you'll see all of our live events. So things like convocations, our past 3 Black History Month programs were all live streamed. We had our Absalom Jones Feast Day celebration early in February. All of those things are on the Voorhees University YouTube channel. So those are some things that you can go and check out as well. And just be on the lookout for lots more coming from the Voorhees University Media Network.
Well, thank you so very much for joining me here. And of course, this is our, 3rd season, or 4th season? Yeah, 4th season. My time flies. Yes, time flies. So this wraps up our 4th season of bringing you Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball here. Hopefully, we'll see that we can bring you maybe a couple of baseball games or softball games. But of course, we still need a few things to iron out down there before we can bring you the baseball and softball games. But I know definitely down the road, we will be bringing you baseball and softball games as we improve our status here as far as a media network. So thank you so very much for tuning in. We're going to wrap it up from here. For the producer and director, Curtis Sumner, all of our students, and also for the 10th president of Voorhees University, Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, for joining us, and also Vice President Charlene Johnson, the athletic director, and over student services as well. And we also thank Cabral Huff, the men's basketball coach, and Edward Glover, the women's basketball coach, for joining me here all season long to bring you the best here in post-game coverage. For everybody, I'm Clarence Jones. Have a great, wonderful night, and we will talk to you again. This is our last broadcast. We'll talk to you again sometime in October. But for right now, make sure that you tune in to VoorheesUniversity.edu to check out everything Voorhees that's coming up, the events that's coming up that we talked about here today, and also check back with us to follow the men's basketball team on their quest on getting the conference title. So for everyone, once again, have a great night. It's been a wonderful 2022-2023 basketball season, and we're so glad to bring it to you. So for everybody, I'm Clarence Jones. Good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you down the road. So long.